news and rumors that appeal. Welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. Good night from the Dusty Wheel. Like we say around here, smash to black.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, Innkeeper, and this is your live call and talk show all about the Wheel of Time. And yes, I'm back at the inn, and happy to be back at the inn, because the last time we went live was JordanCon, which is, I don't know, 3 weeks ago now. I can't even tell time. But tonight is special because we are announcing WOT IDOL 2024. But it's also special because we finally have more, maybe, Wheel of Time Season 3 news. To talk with me about all of that are two wonderful people, Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern and John from What Up.
Hello.
So
Hi.
guys,
Thanks for
you're
having us.
excited, you're bonkers excited about Season 3 now? Have you seen the
Season 3 of WOT IDOL, yes.
yes,
Very, very
exactly.
excited.
That's what we're
Season
talking about, right?
4 of WOT IDOL.
Is it? Wait, you're right.
It is, we have
no,
more
we're
seasons in
old.
the show.
Oh, we do have more seasons
do.
of the show.
We have more teasers of. Well, we don't have more teasers of 2024, WOT IDOL 2024, than the show, though. Do we?
We
How
probably
many-
do.
How many have you
Probably
made?
do. We 100% do.
All right. This is probably one of my favorite ones, though. Let me show you. You guys know Lauren. Lauren loves doing this stuff, so I don't know. This is teaser number 2, I think, and this is a cool one. And yes, entries open May 1st. And what's the date today? May 1st.
Wait, oh no,
Today's May 1st.
we got to get on it.
So we had a pre-show poll live, right? How many entries have we all received for WOT IDOL 2024? And keep voting, guys. Keep voting. I want to see where this goes. But it was 0, 1, 3, or more than 10. All right. So let's see what people say here. I see everyone in chat. Thank you for joining in. I'm just trying to see. Whoa, is it? I know I don't like my hair. I know, you're right. I don't like my hair.
Your hair's gorgeous. Those women.
But
But we should have longer hair and like headbands for that 80s.
right, exactly. Yeah. So, Lauren, do you remember what I asked you when you sent that that teaser?
What is the reference? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
What is that from? And I was like, generic 80s. I don't know.
I thought maybe you had something, that like flew over my head, and but I was like, okay, yeah, I get generic 80s. I think that I would get. But so that was one. You made, I feel like, a couple more. Didn't you put one out this morning?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yes, I did.
Yes.
That is
It
correct.
was one of the things this morning, yeah.
There was this one. Yes, that is true. Entries
That
are
one was
open.
a little less effort.
But still, entries are open now. So yes, you can go to wotidol.com right now and enter. But before we kind of talk about that, maybe let me go to you, Lauren. What is Wheel of Time Idol? I mean, this is a competition, right? A lot of people here who are here for this, who've tuned into the Dusty Wheel, know what it is. But let's say someone's like joined in tonight and it's like, Season 3 news. This is what I came for. I came for the Rosamund video and the Deadline article. Why are they talking about Wheel of Time Idol?
I mean, it's almost too hard to explain. It is one of the greatest things I've ever had the joy of being a part of.
Yeah.
It is a celebration of the Wheel of Time fandom by making goofy parody songs. And we turned it into a bit of a competition, a little bit like American Idol. I think this started, John, correct me if I'm wrong, we started doing something called WOT Challenges with the Dusty Wheel
Yep. And we did a
We did
meme
like
challenge.
a
Was the
yeah,
first
we
one.
did a meme challenge, and we crowned a winner, and we let people vote, and then we put our heads together and we're like, how can we do this more fun the next time? And we decided to do the video memes that were submitted, which I think there were only like 3 or 4, were by far
But they
like
were
the
really good.
highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we decided, you know what? And Matt had done a parody that he sang each year at JordanCon. And so I
Right.
think he kind of already had this idea of song parodies.
Mhm.
And we just, I think the first year we literally called it the Wheel of Time Song Parody Challenge.
Right.
You know?
It was a mouthful.
Yeah.
It's funny how like Matt still likes to introduce it as that. He said, "Welcome to Wheel of Time Idol," or as we used to call it, the Wheel of Time Song Parody Challenge Contest.
Yeah. But it's just turned into this like joyful thing where people submit parody songs that we get to. We don't really judge them. We pretend to be judges, but we're not like Simon Cowell being harsh or anything. We just get to enjoy them, and then the audience, we make the audience vote, which is the
Right.
best part because they hate us
Yeah.
for it because they're all amazing.
Yes.
And we last year just aggregating all of this, because even though this is just like a free thing we do for fun, people started donating money, and so we were able to like give out gifts to participants and all kinds of fun stuff. And we don't keep any of the money for that, but we decided to build a website last year just to kind of make this a little easier. So now there's a website called WOTIDOL.com, and you can go back and watch previous years' entries. And I tell you, it really is just so much fun. It's seriously one of my favorite things.
Yeah, it is so amazing. I'm going to open the call line. So if you want to call and request a parody that you love, it might be your parody that you want us to play tonight. Yeah, call. Let us know. It's 313-TALK-WOT, 313-825-5968. And you have at least 3 playlists to choose from the last. I mean, it's more than I would imagine.
Over 100
130,
songs.
40 songs. It's a lot. It's quite a lot now. And you're right, Lauren. It's all about having fun with the fandom and including everyone. I mean, I had never ever, like, I wouldn't sing above my breath like any time, even in the shower. I like never done that. It's something, not been musical. And I was like, I think I want to do this. So last year, I wrote some lyrics and did a parody. I mean, Lauren, you did one last year. John, there's a fun one from you. I think, was it 2 years now?
2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And obviously Matt, did. He's been performing his for, I don't know, 10 years now. So it's just fun to share your nerdiness, your love for the Wheel of Time, and your talent too, right? I mean, there's just some incredibly talented people, both in video making, writing, like making us cry, making us laugh,
Yes.
and obviously singing too. There's it's a talent showcase at its finest, because we get together and just have fun talking about how much we like the books. And it's the best time in chat, right? Because everyone's literally just loving what's coming up on your screen, and that's what I really liked about when I first joined the fandom and saw this as a viewer 3 years ago. I was like, wow, this is like so like nice to be in, this kind of room that you're in at the moment. And that's what we see. People are nice, and we expect that. We have cultivated that, and I won't be surprised that we'll see that again. I like how people keep putting their the things they like in chat, as far as, but just call in. The call lines are open, so request away. But yeah, John, I know Matt always turns it over to you to talk about the spirit of our WOT Idol and what we shouldn't be doing here, right? So you say it in a much better way than I think.
Yeah, don't be assholes. That's the spirit of WOT. So essentially, what it is for anybody who happens to watch this and doesn't know what WOT Idol is,
it doesn't matter what the entry's like. So there is no bar for the talent. You don't
Yeah.
have to be able to sing. You don't have to be able to write well. You don't have to be able to do a video editing or animation or any of those things. It's more about the passion and the intent behind it. So if a fan puts effort and they love what they're doing because they like the Wheel of Time and they're doing this to connect with other Wheel of Time fans, we of course will recognize that. And entries aren't judged based on how quote unquote good they are. They're judged based on how they make you feel more than anything else. And there's been some entries some year that have just been plain text on screen, and they were really powerful. They moved you in such a way because you could feel the emotion behind it. I think one of the things that Matt always says is that everybody who loves the Wheel of Time has a story,
Right.
and how they first get into the books, how they met other fans, how they maybe got into the show if they hadn't read the books, or just how they joined the community. And a lot of that love is shown in the videos. And we, as judges, like Lauren said, we don't judge. We just enjoy the videos. We laugh, we joke, we have a good time, and then we make the audience judge. And it's not so much as judging for the best one; it's just ones they like. That's all
Yeah.
that matters. Just whatever you like,
Yeah.
and everyone's essentially a winner as far as I'm concerned. But the competition aspect of it just makes it a little more fun. That's all.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I was just gonna say, there's a Gawain entry song, right? Like that.
There's a couple of them, yeah.
Yeah, but that's that's what I like. This is where what I really like. You will find like-minded people in the fandom when you talk to them, but this is the best kind of way to showcase your the things you like, and the fact that you can be like, oh, I really love that part, and I've like had someone else write a song about, and that that's something
Yeah.
that you can bond over. So yeah, stuff like that is really cool.
I have to say it's just such a love fest. Like we've already talked about. It's a love for the Wheel of Time, but it's also like fandom love. And that's what's so great. And you guys have both kind of talked about this, but the chat, everyone is just so positive and uplifting. And that really is the spirit of WOT Idol, isn't it? It's just to be supportive and loving and enjoy this thing that we all love together. It's so
just to have fun.
fascinating to me. Yeah, it's just to have fun. But it's so fascinating to me that this has almost spawned a like sub genre of art, which is Wheel of Time based song parodies. There are YouTube channels that don't just post during WOT Idol. They post during the year,
year-round.
you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's become this like amazing thing, and they're all just better than the last every time. And it's I can't say enough how great it is. And the show has caught wind of it. And the last 2 years, we had cast members from the show show up for the finals to help us judge. I don't know what seeing the looks in their faces. I don't think they knew what they were getting into, which made it that much more fun. They're like, this really is an insane fandom. And I love that about it.
I mean, Kate Fleetwood showed up last time, and this is how she got introduced to the show. So let's watch this.
This one is for our one and only true Leandrin, Kate Fleetwood. Kate, you're so cool. And on the wheel of time, you really rule. Kate, understand, we'll all love Leandrin till the bitter end. Kate, 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 Fleetwood, 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 we love you. Kate, 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 Fleetwood, 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 we love you. Oh, Leandrin is a red from the books that we hate. But now we really love her because she's played by Kate. You bring complex feelings like passion and care. When you're on the screen, we can't help but stare. Kate, 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 Fleetwood, 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 we love you. Kate, 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 Fleetwood, 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 we love you. Oh.
was like, are we gonna get backing vocals from Lauren there? But no.
Am I blushing? Oh, I hate hearing that. That's so fun. But
Oh, it's awesome.
you know what's funny is the morning of the finals is when I wrote that and made it. And it was like I had an hour and I thought of it in the shower and I rushed downstairs and tried to make it. And we were going to stream in like 1 hour.
Yeah.
And I still hate one of the lyrics. I say in the books that we hate. And I hate that lyric because that's not what I meant. I meant Leandrin is a red that we hate in the books. But
you're like grammar.
anyway.
See, I didn't catch that till you said it. So yeah.
No, really. I always thought you meant, you know, we don't like Leandrin. Not
Yeah, okay, good. Also, I don't know why, honest, but you're really quiet.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
you're talking from underwater right now.
Now? Is that better?
Oh, that's
Perfect.
yeah. That's
okay.
better.
Okay.
Way
Okay.
better.
Good. Okay. Good. Thank you. Yeah. So I think before we jump into, I see there are people who are waiting who've called in already, and before we jump into rules and some of those, you know, things that we've changed. I think a couple of things in terms of timing, right? So May 1st today is the entries are open. If you go to WOTIDOL.com, there is, let me bring it up here.
There's like 43 places where you can click.
Yes, exactly.
We have a
but
lot
there
of
is
buttons.
there is right up front. You should be able to see this, and it says submit entry now. So you can do that, and you can submit entries. But so they're open now. And if you scroll down a little bit, it'll say the deadline for submission. So the last day you can, I don't know how you set it up, but June 15th is the last day that you can submit till. So we have 6 weeks or so to submit and, you know, work on this. And our aim is to have however many shows we need to have. We had 3 shows last year, 2 kind of, you know, a premiere, a second round, you know, we called it second round or second semifinal, and then we had the finals. We're hoping to do that before WotCon. WotCon is the week of July 13th, you know, around then. So we're hoping July,
like early July.
Early July is what we're aiming for. We'll have, you know, announcements for that. So, you know, watch. There's at WOT IDOL on Twitter now that you can follow. You follow all the 3 of us, the Dusty Wheel, Unrhymed with the Pattern, WOT Up. You'll hear about it, and we'll keep talking about it in different Discords and live streams about, you know, timing. But that's in terms of what to expect as far as time. And we spoke to Matt, you know, recently, and he's excited. He's going to be at WalkCon, so he's planning to come back, and he's excited about WOT IDOL and looking forward to it. So I'm just excited should we tell people how many entries we've had, or do you want to make people wait? You know, it's day one.
I think, what's the consensus on the votes?
Okay, all right, I'm going to end this poll. See what people are saying here. All right. Let's see. All right, so 70%, almost 70% of people here are saying 10 plus. Coming in, there's a 4% of people who say 0. The correct, Lauren, you have the counter there, the live counter. How many we've had?
Let me double check right now, just in case someone submitted in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, we currently have 3 entries.
All right.
Which is more than I expected at this point, to be honest. I mean,
usually the first couple days are quiet.
Yeah. Well, usually one person posts the moment they can at the start, and that person posted again this year.
Yeah.
And then we wait a week or 2, and then I start getting nervous that we're not going to get anyone, so I start like tweeting a lot, like, "Come on, guys, let's do this!" And then right before the deadline, we get like a ton, right?
Oh yeah, the few days before last time. Like
we got 20 a day,
20 plus or something. Yeah,
it
was crazy.
For a while there. And you guys know me behind the scenes. I'm like, we got another one, and I'm like sharing it, and I'm so excited. So
yeah,
I chase my family around with my phone whenever a new one comes in.
Yeah.
Anyway, so 3 to me is the fun thing for me is people are now thinking a year ahead. And they're, I see people all year saying like, I'm thinking through my WOT IDOL lyrics and I'm working on my song, and it's like 6 months ago, you know? So the fact that 3 people had it done today and submitted it immediately on that first
bonkers.
day is
Yeah.
crazy to me. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great to see that. And yes, you have, like I said, a lot of time, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the details of that stuff. But let's take our first caller for tonight. Let's see here, and bring them into 1 second. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Hi, it's Oliver's Ears. How are you guys doing tonight?
You're doing awesome.
fantastic.
All
good to hear your voice.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. Are you? How excited are you? We have yet another edition of WOT IDOL that we're announcing now.
Yeah, I have an idea for a song, and goodness knows I'm going to have to learn how to do video editing and audio editing and all that in the next 6 weeks. Goodness gracious, I don't know if I can do it.
There's a great place to hang out in many Discords. The Dusty Wheel has the Discord channel that has that. I don't know if you've ever hung out in the after party, on Discord. I know you have, and you're there all the time. I'm sure people there hang out there that definitely have made videos. So yeah, definitely ask around for help.
And we're actually encouraging collaboration this year. So if you have an idea for a song, but you don't quite know how to put it together, there are plenty of other people that would probably love to help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. We're encouraging collaboration. So there are people out there who might have a really great song idea but don't know how to edit a video, or people who really want to help with video editing but can't come up with an idea. And we want everyone to feel like they can participate this year. And so I'd highly encourage that you find someone who can help and make it a collaboration.
Oh, that's a grand idea. Is there a channel on the Dusty Wheel Discord just for this? Do you know?
There's 4 of them.
Yeah, there's a dedicated I forget what they're called now. It's escaping me. Like like a header, or no? There's like at least 4 channels within the WOT IDOL.
I'll tell you right now, there's a WOT IDOL group of servers, or whatever you call them, channels. WOT IDOL discussion, WOT IDOL how to, so WOT IDOL ideas, and WOT IDOL links.
Yes.
So the how to is a really great place to go ask questions and get help. People are really, and I love to help people too. So not that I can help you with your specific parody, but I can give you suggestions on what software to use or that kind of thing.
Yeah. And again,
Okay.
people
And
use
that's all
like
down on the Dusty Wheel Discord, correct?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, and if you need help getting there, ping me afterwards. I should be able to tag you on that channel. I'm sure anyone here, many people here can too. But yeah, if for some
Somebody
reason you
literally
can't-
just did it.
Okay, yeah, good, awesome. Yes, so
I'll find it, no problem. All right,
awesome.
wonderful.
So
I
Go
do
ahead.
have a suggestion for a song, and I hate to leap to the top of the list, but I have to because I cry every time. The season 2 winner, the American Pie. I forget who did it. It is, I think, the best one we've ever had. So that's my request.
Okay, yes. Did you think we would go the whole of tonight without playing Joel's what I like to call it, the fandom anthem almost, because it's a great, Overseers for sure. Joel Henley is amazing, and I'll put that on the playlist.
Oh, and the
there.
beauty of this one is it's not there's no spoilers. So
There's no
if you're
spoilers, yes.
watching
That's right.
right now, you don't have to mute.
Yeah, and look in chat right now. There's many people who've
They're cheering.
they're doing that, but they're also like talking about reaching out to them for help, for collaboration. So yeah, there's wonderful people out there who are great at not only doing their own parodies but also helping. So, and we're, again, like we said, we're encouraging that a lot.
Oh, great! As soon as I get off the phone, I'll check out those folk. Thank you very
All right.
much.
Awesome. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
calling in.
Overseers.
We'll see you back
Thanks
in
a
the
lot.
chat. All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, see y'all at WatCon. John, for goodness sakes, you got to show up.
I'll do my best. I'm far away,
All right.
but I will
bye-bye.
do my best.
All right. Have a great evening, all. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you for calling. Yeah, I mean, Joel Helm, 2 years ago. That's kind of crazy that was 2 years ago. But
It
yeah,
is,
it's,
yeah.
So I think one of the things that we should probably show is.
Well, are we going to show Joel's?
Well,
Yeah.
you want to show? You want to do Joel's?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a
If you're like-
request. We got to do it. We got to
You have a
do it.
request. You have to honor the request.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, okay. I was like, let's talk about some
Come
stuff.
on.
It's not actually good thing is, it's right on top here, so I can easily find it. All right, let's all watch Joel Helmy doing "Turning Off the Wheel."
In an age long ago, but also one that's yet to come, called the first age by some. I was just some husky kid with awkward peach fuzz on my chin, trying to make my little way through middle school. Those years, they weren't the smoothest. Library nerds just weren't the coolest. So often you might find me in a section labeled fantasy, and I'd teleport to other worlds where I'd save the day and I'd get the girl. And that's where I first picked up by the world. The day I started Wheel of Time, and I was singing while I'm reading Wheel of Time. Yeah, this giant stack of paperbacks is blowing my mind. I'm a fantasy nerd, there's just no way to deny. And at the end I'll probably read one more time. At the end I'll probably read one more time. Did you know the Dragon Reborn is a towering ginger named Randall Thor? He likes to wear his fake dad's sword. And there's Baron and Man and Queen Nynaeve. Those country bumpkins just had to leave when the shadow spawn came rolling in that day. The world building is quite intense. This page is filled with how people dress and dozens of POVs. Thank the Lord for the claws of free. And the magic system is off the charts. But truthfully, I think my favorite part are the characters with flaws and with heart inside. The Wheel of Time. And I'm singing, I'm reading Wheel of Time. Yeah, this giant stack of paperbacks is blowing my mind. I'm a fantasy nerd, there's just no way to deny. And at the end I'll probably read one more time. At the end I'll probably read one more time. A lot has changed since middle school. For one thing, being a nerd is cool. Thanks Marvel, Star Wars, and GOT. And we said farewell to Robert J. and met Sanderson along the way. Thanks for wrapping up our beloved fantasy. Then some news really caught my eye. My favorite books would be a show on Prime. To see it I'd pay any amount, 'cause Winter Dragon didn't freaking count. And a season 1 flew right on by. The fandom split, but let's not choose sides. Just let your inner middle schooler enjoy the ride. 'Cause we'll always have the Wheel of Time. And now we can sing, hi, I'm watching Wheel of Time. It's not fair to compare TV to what's in our mind. We can cheer on the show and it'll all be fine. 'Cause we'll always have the Wheel of Time. We can't stop the turning of the Wheel of Time.
So yeah, Can't Stop
Not me
Turning It On.
crying.
Yeah.
So perfect.
I don't know if you saw, but it actually showed up as the video was ending. Joel did another video talking about kind of the behind the scenes of how he made that that song and that video.
Yeah, I
So-
saw that pop up. I gotta check
Oh,
that out.
you haven't seen that? Oh yeah, no,
No.
I haven't seen it.
it's pretty
either,
cool.
no.
Yeah, yeah, you should check it out. It's
That's awesome.
yeah. It's yeah, that one's just, I don't know. I really don't have any words for that one.
So inevitably, every year this comes up. Some people think, well, that's not a parody. That's a heartfelt song about something such and such. And I will
Parodies
just say,
don't have to be funny.
we're playing kind of loose with the word parody.
Yes.
The Wheel of Time, or WOT Idol, is, yes, it's a song parody challenge, but it's really just, it doesn't have to be funny, I guess is my point. It does still have to be based on an actual song. It can't be like a written song that you
original,
made
yeah.
yourself, an
Yeah.
original, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
no originals.
Right. But it can be heartfelt. As a matter of fact, the last 2 years, a heartfelt one won the whole thing. So
Yes. Yeah.
you never know.
Yeah. No, exactly. I think that's I think the the best thing about this in terms of, and we have rules in place and we'll go over them in a little bit, but the rules are there to keep the spirit of the competition, but really it's show your love for this series in whatever way you can, you want to, and if that's a show, if you want to talk, sing about Val and Luca, do that, because that's what someone did, or talk about why you love the series and what made you read it and why you want to read it again, and like Joel. So yeah, last three winners, not last two, which yeah, I mean, Justice for Drew, I guess that was
That did get me right in the heart.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I will say somebody commented something that I really liked. Let me see if I can find it.
the
Max.
so
Silva.
I mean, 30 seconds, I think that's what we've been doing. I feel like that's been going well the last few years, right? Showing the first 30 seconds, but this time we're doing
You're so evil.
It's funny. We didn't see as much uproar as I expected. A couple people were just like, "Oh, I don't think my lyrics started." I think it was
Yeah,
Hillary.
they were just like, oh darn.
Clearly, all the people who vote for WOT Idol are not here tonight because
Yeah.
they would be so angry. I love that 2% voted 20 seconds. That's just so
Yeah,
brutal.
like, yeah, whatever.
So yeah, no,
90 seconds I think is
Yeah,
is
exactly.
The goal.
90
Now, if we
the
get
goal.
1,000 entries, yeah, we're showing 20 seconds of each. Like, I don't even know how we're going to do it, but the goal, the hope is 90 seconds. We're telling people a minimum of 1 minute, just in case we have too many.
Right.
and you can pick your starting point at any point in your video.
And that was what I was going to bring up. So what was their comment specifically? I'm trying to find it.
They said
They suggested it that it should be a thing, and it is totally. It's
Oh, yeah,
right on
here
the
it
form
is.
when you fill it out.
Idea.
I'll
Let contestants specify an excerpt to play for each round. So
Right.
folks who have long intros aren't disadvantaged. Well, we're not quite letting them do it for each round, but we are giving people an option this year to say, look, I want you, if you're only going to show a minute, I want you to start at this point. And so we're giving people that option. Of the 3 we've received so far, everyone's just left that blank. So we're starting it at 0 seconds, right? But if you have a long intro and you want people to kind of see more of your song, then you might consider saying, oh, it's got a 20-second intro started at 20 seconds,
Right.
and we're happy to do that. We just need to know ahead of time in that form when you fill it out. So
Yeah. So let's actually let me show some of the rules here, and we can see what people can see the rules and see what's different. So these are the participation rules. So we encourage collaboration, and it's 1 submission per songwriter. So if you're writing a song, if you're the lead songwriter, that's 1 submission, and then 1 submission per performer. So if you're singing that song as that lead vocalist, that's 1 submission. But you can help with playing instruments in other submissions, doing background vocals in other submissions, help with the video, the visuals, even help if someone's like, I need some, there's like this one line isn't working for me, and they're like, the rules say I can't talk to anyone about this. Well, no, you can get help with that. So, or there's a visual. You're like, I don't know, I have this thing in my head, and I want it to look a certain way, and I just can't make that happen. You can ask, to collaborate and help, but you can only submit under your name once, and that's like your entry. But you can definitely help with that in terms of so we can get so you don't feel like, well, I would have wanted to do it a certain way, but I just couldn't because it was too hard to learn a certain thing, and you could ask for help for that. I don't know if there's anything you want to add to that.
Well, so one of our rules is you can't talk about it publicly, right? We don't want people to kind of know ahead of time, but that doesn't mean you can't collaborate with individuals on certain things, as Anna said.
Yes.
So
so I was going to show the submission rules there, but
and
you can talk about this maybe, Lauren. The one change that we have this year.
Oh yeah, so this is a big one. In past years, because this is supposed to just be fun and celebration, putting your work out there can be really nerve-wracking, right? I know it is for me. Whenever I make a video, it can be nerve-wracking. I want people to like my video, and I connect my self-worth to my video, and we don't want anyone to feel discomfort from the competition side of it. Of course, that's part of the fun, is the competition, but it really does make people very uncomfortable. And so we're doing what we're calling a showcase only option this year. So when you fill out your form, you can opt into the competition or opt out of the competition. You have to do one of those two. We don't know exactly yet how that will work. We want to make sure that your showcase only submissions are viewed, but we're not sure whether that will take place before, during, or after. Probably most likely after the actual competition in a separate stream, but that's something we're still working out.
And it depends how many we get that opt out as well. If we get like 1 or 2, it might be really easy to integrate, but if we get 10 or 15, it's
a new show.
A bit more hard. Yeah,
exactly.
It's a whole show.
Right. Yeah.
And one thing we've talked about doing is maybe doing, like, after the main finals, doing like category voting, like best vocals, best whatever from the competition, and then during that showing the showcase only ones as sort of like commercials while people vote or something. Yeah. So we're still working the details out of that, but again, we want it to be a celebration. So if you're really nervous about the competition and you just want to submit and have fun and have it shown at some point, you have that option. I will say the 3 that have submitted so far all opted into the competition. So,
right, yeah. I mean, and again, I think Kevin put this in chat too. Again, talking to people about the whole process, I think is helpful. But having this option, I think, will allow people to. If you're like, well, I really want to be part of this, but you're intimidated by the competition aspect of it. No, you can still be part of it, and showcase your love for the Wheel of Time. And I think it would be awesome to see that. And again, we'll figure out a way to actually,
And I guess we sort of kind of already did showcasing in previous years with our own parodies.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and I remember
we were in the competition. Yeah.
That's right. And I remember last year Koala made one for fun the night before the finals.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Or one of those nights, and we showed that too. So, we'll play that by ear. But again, this all depends on how many submissions. I want to push everyone to beat last year's goal.
And I think 78.
It was like 78. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. I think that's.
My personal goal is 100 this year. I think if we get 100, that'd be amazing.
That would be so amazing. So
that's a big number.
All right, let's quickly look at the submission rules and take our next caller tonight. So the submission rules, again, what Lauren mentioned, can't be shared with the public prior to being aired on the Dusty Wheel or whatever live stream that WOT IDOL does, because if you do that, that will be disqualified. You can't share it with people that are close to you, but not in a public manner. The lyrics must be original, and please avoid using excessive swearing, mature content. It's basically there is a PG-13 kind of level-ish to the Dusty Wheel. Now, if you know how PG-13 works, there's only you're allowed a single F word for the stream. it's not a single. You can't do that for a whole stream in terms of if it's
Tech
actually
is okay though.
Yeah, exactly. Right. That is totally fine. But yeah, and again, be cautious about using real world modern events, politics, things like that in your parodies. I mean, it's meant to be inclusive. It's meant to so everyone can have fun, and I think it's important that we people are just cautious of that.
Well, this is one of those things. The Wheel of Time transcends, like political lines or race or any of that, and that's what I love about it. And so that's kind of the goal. We want to just be welcoming and inclusive, not. And so when we bring in things like politics, it can unintentionally alienate certain people who also want to enjoy WOT Idol and not feel like it's being politicized or whatever, right? So that's what we're talking about there. We just want to be cautious about that.
Yeah, thank you.
It goes right back to the main rule of just being nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason everyone shows up to this, and that's to have fun. And if the intent is, if we were going against that, then yeah. So yeah, we talked about no original music, so you can use your own instruments and or an existing karaoke track, but not an original track. Must be a minimum of 30 seconds. We do have that. There's no maximum length, but we do have to be cautious. I mean, if we have 10 entries, well, maybe a 20-minute solo that you have in the middle, we might show it. But if I doubt, if you're going to make it to the final, then it's going to be hard to show the whole entry. And there's certain, how to submit it. So we request that you submit it on YouTube as an unlisted link. We do want people to have on-screen text. Is that something, Lauren, that we want
Required.
the lyrics to be in the video?
Yes.
And
yeah, it's a requirement. Yeah.
and
So
inevitably there was one
inevitably-
other part to it, right?
Yeah, well, inevitably, I'll get a message from someone every year or every other month,
Yeah.
just like, no, wait, can I just do YouTube closed captions? I wish that you could, but just because we're trying to show so many videos during the live stream, it can be complicated to know when to turn captions on or off and this sort of thing. And so we're just saying, look, you don't even have to have a video footage. It can be a black screen with your audio, your music, and just on-screen text, but you have to have that on-screen text, and it has to be baked into the video. This is something we added last year, and it went a lot better. People were able to follow the lyrics better. And then we also do require that you put the lyrics in the description of the YouTube video. And remember, we have hearing impaired fans as well who enjoy these, and they need to be able to enjoy these. And we even have people who are blind who just listen. As a matter of fact, one of our one of the people who enters each year is blind, and he always does a really fantastic job. So we're trying to make it accessible for everyone, right?
Right. I like this. Master of Deck is like, would Matt Hatch be disappointed in you? If the answer is yes, maybe don't do it. I like the
He's always disappointed in me, though.
And Andrew's like, that means one cannot make a negative video about land fear.
That's different. Matt Hatch genuinely loves that.
Well, he may be disappointed in you, but we will make sure we show it. Yes. Let me see if I missed anything else there. But yeah, I think showing the lyrics on, in the actual video is important, and then including the lyrics in the description of the YouTube video. We recommend that, or at least we have it on there as one of the submission rules. And again, submit through wotidol.com by the deadline, because it says TBA. It's June 15th.
Oh, hey, I need to edit that. Good reminder.
Because after that day, the form will automatically shut down, so you won't be able to submit it. So, again, we have this kind of at the bottom. We this is to celebrate the the Wheel of Time fandom and the spirit of to stay within the spirit of that, we do reserve the right to reject submissions. I mean, I think that is
without giving a reason.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that is something that
Right.
we don't want to do, but there are the reason we're having this is so everyone can enjoy it, and if that is not the intent of, or clearly not the intent of a parody, then we have that rule there.
If you couldn't tell, we're all YouTubers. We've dealt with trolls before, and we're trying to sort of,
we've been very fortunate that we have not had a great number of videos that we've had to reject. I think the count stands at 1 out of all seasons.
And we're always going to err on the side of keeping it in. We want to keep as much in as we can. There was one instance where it was definitely over the line, and we made that decision, and it was a difficult decision.
Yeah,
but they also knew what they were doing. They were trying to be trolls. So we try to avoid that.
Again, there are times we might reach out to you and be like, hey, there's something here, and that's what we want. We want you to be able to submit, and so read the rules. I don't think they're that hard to follow. But if you have any questions, reach out to us, and we'd be happy to help with that. All right, we have a couple people waiting here. Let's bring our next caller in and chat with them, and then maybe go over some of the other stuff that you've added as far as tips and other things, Lauren. All right. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Hey, it's April Pixie. How are you?
Hi, we're good. We're excited again.
Hi, Lauren.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, John.
I'm just waving. I waved at you. You probably can't see me.
You can't see through the
phone. Again, I keep coming back to there's actual WOT.
I can see you.
We actually have WOT.
I have the screen. I have the screen on TV, and then I have myself, so I can sort of kind of see it.
So you hear Lauren before you. So what you should do is, Lauren, wave now, but speak 10 seconds later, and then it'll line up. But so yeah, are you excited? It's WOT Wednesday. We got actual cast and crew talking to us on a video. There's something that was dropped, and we're not talking about that because we're talking about something that we have more fun doing, and that is WOT Idol.
Yes.
So yeah, thanks for calling in.
Yeah. So yes, I'm very excited for WOT Idol. Looking forward to it. And I did a shout out to Leslie Nerdy in the comments because I've liked all of her videos. So I was so early on, I didn't know what you were going to do with the show. So I didn't know if you were just going to have people put things in the chat or just throw things kind of randomly at you. So that's one sort of request, just anything. And then my favorite, I think it was from last year, was Welcome to Demise Wells. That was done with the Minecraft animation.
I
Yes.
think it was it year
it
before
was a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think that was
2022. I'm forgetting their name.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm forgetting their name.
That was shown with Hamad and Marcus. They were both on, and they get to watch that one.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'm forgetting their name. They also did the Katy Perry song 3 years ago. That's one of my favorites, actually.
You remember better than me.
Yeah, it's I forget what song it is. It's from they took art from the comics, the Wheel of Time comic, and put that.
Oh yeah, I think I do sort of remember this one. Yeah,
no, you're right. Welcome to My Soul was just crazy. Slylock, there, thank you.
So much work went into the animation.
Light Blindfold, yeah. Slylock was amazing. But so much work, yeah, and so much just people out there just was just crazy talented, but also just the things they choose and how they do it. It's just awesome. I'm gonna ask you, April, we had Over's Ears say they want to maybe think of doing a parody. Do you have something written, something planned?
Oh no. I'm just an observer. I thought about it fleetingly for a moment, and it went, nah, I'm just going to be an observer. But maybe in the future. Maybe in the future.
You have 6 weeks to make up your mind. I know many people.
Yeah,
who,
there's some time.
who are like, no, we're not, and then 2 days before they come up with something and they have an entry and again, that channel in the Dusty Wheel Discord, if you have questions, jump in there and people will be able to help you out there for sure.
Well, that is good to know, because I've sung before in my previous life, but I haven't done any video or audio editing. But funny enough, I work for the Audio Visual Association, so I do have resources that I could maybe ping.
All right, there we go. I think we went from no to I can do this. So I see.
But I'm just not creative. I have zero ideas.
That's what I thought. That's exactly those are my thoughts. And I woke up one morning at 3 a.m. and I wrote some stuff on my phone. And I woke up the next morning. I'm like, what is this? And that was those are lyrics. So the creativity can come at any time.
Well, you never know. We will definitely keep an open mind, but I make no promises, people.
No, that's good enough for us.
Exactly. I think there is so much fun being a part of this, and again, you can be a part of this by showing up, and a lot of people do, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you for calling, and yes, the ones you mentioned are just amazing entries. So we'll play. Do you want to choose one for us, or have us choose any of those?
Well, I said welcome to Demise Wells, and if you want me to put the link in the
no, I got it.
Something I can do that.
Okay. I got it. Yep. Okay. All right. Awesome.
And then a second runner-up, any lesbian nerdies.
Okay.
I think wasn't Lesbian Nerdy like in the top 4 every year?
Yes.
I
think so.
I know the last 2 years. I don't remember the first year.
I think she was. I think she was top.
She
4.
was. No. She was. It was a really good one too.
Maybe not, but she was close.
I think the first year it was.
I could check
Miss
a little
Sarah
site
James.
called WOTIDOL.com.
It was Miss Sarah James. Anyways, April, thank you for calling in. Let us try to figure that out, and we'll
she
play
was.
something for you.
She was number 7, so she was top 8.
All right.
Yeah, these top 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a good night, guys. And John, you might see me in your comments, so now you have a voice to the comments.
There we go. I do recognize the name.
All right. Good to hear your voice,
guys.
and
bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
Oh man, there just people remind you of like the most amazing stuff.
I know.
I love the stand-up.
Yeah, it's so amazing. So this is 2 years ago. So how about let me put on the tips thing. So while I find that one, and maybe Lauren or John, you can talk about this. Actually, no, I can't do that because I need this.
Well, I will just say there's a page on WOTIDOL.com. If you hover over rules and tips, there's a page with tips, and then there's another page with technical suggestions. And those are just suggestions, but we feel that if you follow these, you'll just have a better experience. You'll have a better parody. If you want me to talk specifics or just encourage people to go look at it. I mean, the main thing is if you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
I would just say if you're thinking about it as a competition, then you might want to consider making like the first minute really good.
Like a hook.
Like a hook. And I hate to tell people that because I want people to just do what they enjoy, and I don't want them to feel like they have to do it as a way to win. That's not the point. The point is to have fun. But,
But some people have fun by winning too, so the page is there for assistance if they want it.
Yeah, so it's little things like that. Catch people's attention in the first minute. I would highly recommend that you upload your audio to YouTube first to make sure it doesn't get blocked before you go down this long road of making a video and then uploading it to YouTube and finding out that it gets blocked. Right. So YouTube will do copyright claims. Expect that. That's going to happen most likely because you're doing a parody of a popular song. But copyright claims are not a problem. It's copyright blocks that are a problem. We cannot show parodies that get blocked. So that's one of the tips. Just, like we had someone who submitted one year and their parody was so great, but we just couldn't show it because they ended up submitting it through another website that shows videos, Vimeo.com. And we just couldn't even show it because it would have shut down the stream immediately. And so we don't want that to happen. And so, be aware of that. Other than that, you can check out the tips page for more.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's I think you've added a technical specs or something in there too that talks about things to look at to help make your parody Lauren level.
I expect Lauren level quality. No, another thing I've noticed each year is sometimes we'll get people who are using these free editing tools and they don't, nothing against them, but they don't know what settings to use.
Right.
And so we end up getting these very low quality, low resolution videos. And most video editing tools have options for better quality, but people just don't know that. So I just put some suggestions up to help. If you're not sure what resolution or frame rate to use, we've got some suggestions for that.
Yeah. Again, small stuff like optimizing the sound. Like sometimes you record something and it sounds perfect and you put it into the video and that changes the volume of the sound or something with the sound and messes with that, and then things like that. So it's again things like that you can collaborate with and ask for help, and we have a little bit of technical kind of stuff there to point you in the right direction. So yeah, let me play. This is a couple years ago now. Again, Slylock, Welcome to Demise Wells.
wells. They finally fell, dragging once you on your knees into my wells. He broke the spell on the ring of serpentine. Where to the dragon or you won't be now.
Oh man, that was so.
Holy cow! I forgot how
I
great
forgot.
that is. That was amazing.
This is what I'm feeling right now. Like, imagine this is like the actual show happening, and just when you see everyone reacting to that. So we're reacting to something we've seen before and that we like. And imagine seeing it for the first time and being in
I
chat,
know.
right? It's just so
Oh
amazing.
man.
So
yeah.
good. That's like a fully storyboarded like movie. Each
was good.
scene
It
was
was
planned
very good.
out. It's so amazing how much work.
And I do like the fact that Perrin got to see that. That
Yes.
was really neat. When he
I wonder if they had any clue what Dumas Wells is at the time.
And
Probably
I wonder
not.
if they went, like maybe Sarah was around saying, "What is this Dumas Wells? I saw this thing, this parody about it."
And then 100% info dump right there.
Yes.
Yes.
That is so awesome. I think in terms of actual WOT Idol, information, I don't think there's anything more. Do you guys have anything on your mind? Yeah.
No, that's
Again,
everything. Just work on your submissions. I mean, you got 6 weeks. 15th is, we say this every year, but the 15th is the last day for submissions. June 15th.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah. No extensions, guys.
Never.
I was gonna say, I always tell my students this. You know how when you have to print a paper the day it's due, the printer never works? This is the same case with exporting videos.
Yeah.
So if you wait till the day it's due to export your video, you're going to have a bad time. So at least give yourself a few days of buffer to prepare for unforeseen problems with your computer or something.
Yeah, I love this comment by Avi Silver. I've so enjoyed the camaraderie. I've made a lot of friends with former contestants. I think that is so true for a lot of people, because I think the WOT Idol channel on the Dusty Wheel is the most active channel outside of when the show is on and there's show news. That's where people talk, because there's a group of people who just love making these parodies and they do it all year long. And then obviously
I think
WOT
this
Idol
is
too.
this is the most active the fandom is outside of when the show airs.
Right. Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yes.
And the cons, of course. The cons.
Right.
But,
Yeah. Yes, it's just amazing. I think someone's asking about playlists. Melinda put that in. The playlists are also on the WOT Idol website. Yeah, if you go there, there's basically links to YouTube playlists that are the 2021, 22, and 23. All the songs that people have done. Let's see here. Why don't we take our next caller here, and then maybe we can move to. Maybe listen to what Moraine or Rosamund had to say. All right, let's see who we have here. Maybe now. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Hey, it's Sean the Glee Man.
Hey, Sean. Thank you for calling in. Again, WOT Idol, it's that time of the year. Maybe a little later. I mean, we would have had WOT Idol, but it's over a year ago now that we've had it, so we're having it a bit later. Did you have a parody in mind? Is that the reason you're calling, or what are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I was thinking about working on a parody this year. I didn't even know about WOT Idol until it pretty much aired last year.
Okay.
So I was thinking about making one this year. Wanted to say first off, I missed you guys at Jordan Con this year. Couldn't make it.
There's always WotCon. There's always Melchiri Con. There's always next year's Jordan Con. So yes, there's always people that can't make it to a con for whatever reason. So whenever we can see each other is awesome. But hey, you can definitely show up here, call in here, show up to WOT Idol, and have fun in so many different ways.
That's right.
I might do that this year. It sounds like a fun time, and I love all the parodies. All right, I decided against annoying my wife with the specific song challenge. So instead, let's go with the lesbian nerdy song from last year, "Home."
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
Great one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a great one. Let me.
Can I say, by the way, you bring up a really good point that you didn't even know about it until it aired last year, basically.
Right.
So everyone who's watching, please help us get the word out because
tell your
we
friends,
only have
family.
so much reach, and I every year I see comments. People are like, "I didn't know this was a thing. If I'd known, I would have been a part of it." So
yes,
anywhere you can, please share it.
Yeah.
We want lots of exposure because we want to get more and more people involved.
Yes, yeah, for sure. I think this is like the one thing, like my wife knows nothing about like Wheel of Time stuff, but even she knows Wheel of Time Idol a little bit because I showed her a couple of things and she was like, "You guys are crazy!" Like, but even she got it. Sean, what were you gonna say?
Oh, nothing. Just she just got into the fandom right after season 1, so she gets it too. She loves all the parodies, mostly.
Some of them are annoying,
but it's just a good time.
Yeah, no, it is such a good time. But yeah, Lesbian Nerdy's Home, yes, that was a great one. I think that was top 4 last year from
I think so.
Yeah, and again, there's so many that don't make it that far and are amazing too. So yeah, I'll find that and put that on. Sean, thank you for calling in. Again, yeah, tune in. Watch our social media for more information about timings of things. And if you're thinking of making a parody, and for if you're stuck somewhere, there are people out there who I'm sure would be happy to help. So yeah, definitely think on that because it's a lot of fun to actually be a part of it in as a participant.
For sure. It's a whole different level of crazy.
Hard enough voting on it.
Yes. All right, awesome. Thanks for. Is there anything else you wanted to chat before we have you go off and then play "Home" by Lesbian Nerdy?
No, just really looking forward to how much craziness we can get here. I think 100 parodies sounds awesome.
100 parodies. Is we need a slogan now, I feel like, John. Sean,
The
thank
road to
you.
100. I don't know.
Yeah. Sean, thanks for calling in, and we'll see you back in chat. All right.
Bye.
Okay.
See ya.
Yeah, we need someone to come up with
Something catchy.
Something catchy. How do we get to 100 parodies? All right, let me find Home here. And maybe while I'm finding that and we listen to that, the two of you can maybe think of, is there any parodies you want to
Let's just watch all of them.
Yeah, let's just put it on there.
Yeah,
Let's go.
let's start and start from the beginning, right?
An infant in a cradle, a sword placed in my hand. I was sworn to fight the shadow as I grew into a man. A king without a kingdom, nowhere I belong. I searched the whole world over, just looking for a home. There's a fight that doesn't end against a foe that cannot die, and I know that it is death, but still I have to try. And even though there is no hope, I'm always gonna fight on. But then she walks into my life, a lioness in her pride. She looks at me and I know I never wanna leave her side. But there's a fight I must see through, a war that must be won. So I go. But there are cracks within my walls and blossoms in the sand. When she looks into my soul, I only wanna be her man. She has made the flowers grow where there once was only stone. But there's nothing I can give, I'm a man without a home. Avenge a fallen throne has been my only aim. No other purpose that I know, no hope that I can claim. But in her eyes I see a glimpse of a dream I cannot name. It's her, it's her. She looks at me and sees someone I've tried to hide. The boy lost his family, buried in the blight. And I wish that I could give her my heart to call her own. But I cannot hope for more, I'm a man without a home. But in her eyes I see a burning flame. That is her love for me, bright as the sun. It shines into my heart, melts the darkness away. And it's a wonder how she sees me, loves me where I am. A wisdom and a wonder, a future yet unknown, a hope that gives me strength, 'cause I know I'm not alone. I shelter in her arms, no longer will I roam. My restless search is over, the wisdom, she's my home.
Yeah, that is
Super good.
Yes, I mean, it's like, you know, hard to. I'm like, I don't want to be emotional right now, like, and there's part of that song you're like, just, you know, like, oh, that's such a nice beat, and there's like, no, there's like actual very
And
emotional.
then you listen to the lyrics and you're like, oh.
Yeah, yeah. I was just, I had a something, a poll that I just now forgot. Okay, yeah, this. How many people? Okay, no. Would this be your first time
Yes, first WOT Idol.
watching WOT Idol live? I think that works as yes and no. Yeah, would this be your first time watching WOT Idol live? Yeah. All right, let's see what people say there. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, okay, perfect. And I thought this is probably a good time to share this. I really don't like showing these website pages. They have so many ads. It's like crazy to get anything that's like actually real, but I think I can show this.
Is it the Deadline article?
Yeah, exactly.
gonna-
So yeah.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
my ad blocker isn't even working.
Yeah, there's so many things, but yes, Deadline Studio. So the Wheel of Time on Prime had what they call these for your consideration events, and basically Prime has it to basically showcase for the award season, specifically the Emmys, things that they think they should be, on on the running for. And I think their costuming and makeup and design from that perspective has been great. So I think
Yes.
I want to get their names right. Sharon Gillam, as I think a lot of people have seen, the costume designer, follow that channel on, or that account on Instagram, because there's a lot of amazing stuff there. And Davina Lamont, these two people on the side, were on this panel with Rafe, Daniel Henney, and Rosamund Pike. And there's actually a video down here that I think roundabout here they talk about some season 3 stuff. So let me see if I can play that, or if you can hear it. That would be great. You can't hear that? No.
No audio. No.
I don't hear it.
Yeah, okay. I think I might have muted the actual tab here. So let me. But did you see? Do you guys recall anything from that specific video about season 3? Okay, I got it to play now.
They talk a little bit about the opening and how it's the craziest 15 minutes that I think Rafe said that he's ever seen, and then it's a bunch of 40 and 50-year-old women
shredding each other. And it is wonderful to behold. I don't think that part was actually in the video, and someone can correct me.
No, it was part of the article.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's right.
I watched the video like a couple times, and I'm like, wait, did I miss it?
I thought the same thing. I was like, wait, when did he say the thing about it being bonkers? Or
yeah.
I mean, by the way, I just want to say I am so glad that they are parading around Sharon Gillam and Davina Lamont, because they do deserve Emmys. It will be 100%. A real shame if costuming for Wheel of Time does not get an Emmy, not just a nomination. In my opinion, Sharon Gillam deserves the Emmy, and there are a lot of people on the show who deserve it probably, but to me, she is by far the standout. And especially they talk about in the interview how she, like, on day 1 getting the job.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, you have a week to do the Shan-Chan or something like that. It was like a very tight turnaround. And what she did with the Shan-Chan,
I mean, the alien, like the alien look of that helmet is so, it's much better than anything I could have imagined myself.
Right.
For the
especially with their constraints and everything, like just insane that they pulled it off. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No. She's amazing. I mean, the whole team is amazing. But Sharon has been, showing off her work on Instagram. So go watch that. I think Rosamund talks a little bit about season 3. I think this is it.
Put forward at all times. You know, we've learned, we've improved. We're always striving to do better. You know, assembling the best team we can. You know, deepening the storylines. Neither Davina nor Sharon were with us in season 1. They have expanded the world of our show in incredible ways. You know, they've pushed us as actors through the creativity that they've supported. We've also had the world has exploded, open. You know, the characters are no longer in one small band. They're going on separate journeys. Other characters are involved, other worlds, other cultures. So the whole series has kind of exposed us to groups of people who weren't available to us in season 1. And I think, we're starting to see the true depth of where this show can go. And we've just finished shooting season 3, and that's only, I can't wait for fans to see season 3. We're pushing. We're not stopping. We're pushing it further and further. We want to deliver more and more each season.
I really wanted to start something with a group to start a show.
As much as I want to see Dan and Henney, that was it for season 3. I think that and I feel like they cut her off. I think that someone else probably said
before
more
she
stuff.
Said something. Yeah. Before she said something, it was spoiled.
Right. Exactly. Either she did, or maybe Rafe or something. But I think. Take a look at that. They talk about a lot about the behind the scenes for the beach scene. I think they've talked about that before. Then obviously the two, the crew there, the costume and makeup people, Sharon and Davina talk about how they got to work on the show, and how Rafe told them, how Rafe challenged them to be as awesome as they are.
This is another awesome example of how amazing Rosamund Pike is for the show.
Right.
You can tell just from that little clip we watched how supportive she is of everyone involved. How she was
cares.
She cares. She cares about the culture. She cares about the world of the Wheel of Time. You can tell that she's saying every season we're trying to push it more and more. We're trying to do everything we can to make it what fans. We're excited for fans to see it. Like, and then there's just the way that she is so complimentary of Sharon and
right.
Davina. I keep forgetting her name, Davina. Yeah, like so professional. And we learned at JordanCon too from Guy Roberts just how much of a professional she is on set, and how she isn't just the top billed actor. She is a leader on the set. She is setting an example, and she is there working hard as anyone. And when I see clips like that, I'm so thankful that someone like Rosamund is involved, because I have a feeling she's a big reason why we've gotten as far as we have, you know. And anyway, I just have to sing her praises because that's a great clip.
Yeah, no, I think she of the things that is good about the Wheel of Time show. There's so many things. Rosamund Pike is top tier, not just because she's a highly built actor, but because she is so important to the production. And you're right, Guy spoke so highly of her, and how she influences everyone on set in the best way. So yeah, I think it's great to have her. Okay, we do have another caller here, so let's bring them in and see what they have to say. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
This is the Master of the Deck. What's up, guys?
Hello,
Hey.
Master of the Deck. How are you?
I'm doing great right now. It's been a while since I've called in. I thought that I should say hello to everyone.
Yes, thank you for calling in. I think you said something in chat just a little while ago about how voting goes differently than you expect it to go. That is one of like the most fun parts of the experience, right? In WOT Idol is like you expect people to think a certain way, and no, they something else catches them, and it goes another way. Yeah.
It's part of the diversity of this fandom. I mean, why everyone has so many different characters they love for different reasons. You never know what's going to happen in a WOT Idol. It's every year I thought that's going to be a winner, and I'm wrong every time. I was wrong about mine.
Yes, yours was one that. Again, we didn't talk about wild cards, right? I don't think we have anything set in stone and how we do wild cards or how that will play out.
Seat of her pants every year.
Yes.
And just to be clear, people who are watching who might not know, Master of the Deck won last year.
Yes.
This is last year's WOT Idol winner
Yes.
that we have talking to us right now.
Yes. Thank you, Lauren.
But I was eliminated in the first round, and
which
I'm
is
bringing up the
insane.
wild card.
Right. Again, that's the that I think it speaks to how the it is a competition, right? And we don't know how many entries we'll end up getting, and I wish brackets worked as easy as we want them to, because they're not easy to work with. But we've had wild cards in the past, and we'll come up with a way of doing that again. And yes, so if you're in the competition and you're like, I really want to make it to the finals and be competitive, there is a wildcard round that even if you are eliminated in that first round, there is voting that happens after the first few shows. Again, this is a big assumption that there's as many entries as we've had the last few years, and that's the way you come back into the competition, like Master of the Deck did, and won the competition.
And Master of the Decks is another example of, we wish we could show the whole thing for everyone's parody, because I think that's why it got knocked out originally, is because people didn't get to experience the whole thing, which is so beautiful. It tells a really beautiful story. And so thankfully, because of the wild card round, we were able to bring that back, and then people got to hear it, the full thing, and then it was like no contest.
And the more you hear it, the more you like die inside and cry, and you're like, you have
to. But in the best way. That was honestly, that was a really special moment. Somebody commented. Exactly. I saw someone's comment just recently. They were like, one of the best parts of this, I think it was on your video, Master of the Deck. On the video, the comment said it was so special to see the village council sort of tearing up afterwards.
Yes.
Like Matt couldn't keep it together for a minute.
Yeah.
It was so
No,
it was like a really great moment.
We were all pretty inconsolable for a few minutes. It was,
and it's like, you know, we got to see literally every single shot of Josha Straczynski as Rand, you know, and it's like appreciated how amazing of an actor he is.
That's so true. Yeah, what a conflicting video. Made us feel sad and very happy to see his face.
But yeah,
I mean, if you ever just turn the volume down and watch his face, it's just, I'm not that, like, obviously his, you know, the rest of his acting is great too, but there's so much good stuff that Josha Straczynski does when he's just looking, when he's just emoting, when he just exists. He has a really great presence, and I don't think even I realized that until I was like clicking through every second of footage from season 1, like finding the right shots that I wanted for things. So
it's true.
There is the silent cut of memory that you can watch. It's just there's no
mute button.
Click the mute button and just watch clips of Josha.
Well, I know you're not going to recommend your own parody, but I think we have to watch it, right?
Yes. I mean,
I think
I have a few
thing.
must-watch parodies on my list there. Was there one on your mind that you do want us to play though?
I would love you at some point to play the runner-up. I thought Winter Night was one of the most unexpected parodies I've ever experienced. I mean, that thing went hard from the beginning to the end, and then it went harder. Like, that song took us on a journey. Winter Night was fantastic. I mean, there are WOT Idol songs that I still listen to. Like, you already played Jenny's. That would have been my
Right.
second choice. But Winter Night is an absolute must listen. If anyone new to the WOT Idol competition, you need to click through some stuff, like the best of, absolutely. Winter Night, 100%.
Yeah, and you know, I remember, you know, in our like chat when that I feel like I saw it first or something, and I saw it and I'm usually a fairly, like, you know, I don't do all caps, but I was like all caps. Guys, you have to watch this right now. Drop everything.
Yes.
Because I was like,
It's one of those like wait for it moments, right?
No,
Yes.
it's basically because I was like thinking in my head, we're gonna play the first 90 seconds, and no one has seen the rest of the thing. And if this gets eliminated or something, there's so much hair that is just it's just so fun from that perspective.
I
you know,
agree.
it's
it's the blessing and the curse of WOT Idol. You know, what we get to see, what we don't get to see, the competitive element.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the reasons why I love transformative work. That's why I'm in fandom. That's why I'm here. And when you make something, if I was going to give advice to people, you know, let me step on my soapbox as winner from last year, make something that you love. If you love it, then you always have something to be proud of. And it might mean that it hurts if it doesn't win, but it always is going to be there for you. Anytime I've written something, any content creator who makes something, ultimately it has to be something you're satisfied with. If you're trying to make a winner, then you're going to disappoint yourself at some point. Even if you could win the competition, but if you're like, I would have had more fun if I did something else. Do something that you love, do something that makes you have fun. And at the minimum, you're going to walk out of this with a video that you can share with your friends, that you can play for yourself over and over again in the future, and just, like, you know, sit there and have a little narcissism moment, like, you know, treat yourself.
Yeah. No.
Isn't that why we all make content? Because we're narcissists.
Do you love the do you have a ticker, like every 1,000 views you get? You know, there's like something you get, Lauren, like a certain sound plays on your computer.
Hooking up my self-esteem directly to the number of views that I've got. Like, why are we here, guys? Come on.
Unfortunately, yes, it's a problem.
It's a jungle out there. But I will say our fandom is the kindest fandom that I've ever been part of. And every year, you know, as a moderator, I've moderated 3 of these now. I've rarely been disappointed by anyone, even on an individual level, and never by the community as a whole. So anyone who is, if you're thinking about submitting, but you're worried about it, you're scared of doing it, just do it. Just do it. We'll be here even to pick up the pieces of your broken heart if you need that
too. Really good advice. I mean, both from, you know, do what you find, do what you love, right? Find love in what you're doing, and it'll show. And it'll be harder to do maybe, but it'll show. And yeah, definitely. Again, I think the collaboration part is, there's people out there who are willing to help. So ask for help.
Well, and
I had help, 100%.
Yeah,
I had help.
That's great.
Yeah.
I talked to Rob about this a lot from Weekly Wheel News, and he says something that really boosts his self-esteem is he'll go back and watch the live stream and read the chat while his is playing, and just read all the kind and positive compliments and notes from people in chat. So, some of us don't like to go back and watch our own work, but it's so fulfilling to read chat and see what people are saying about your work. I would highly recommend
Therapeutic.
doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. No, great. Master of the Deck, thank you so much for calling. Wonderful to hear your voice. Yes, we'll be playing Winter Night, and obviously we'll play Memory in a little bit too.
Well, thank you guys for your time. I know we're going to take up a whole lot more of it when WOT IDOL comes around, so I'm ready for it.
It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Later.
Oh, I forgot about Winter Night, and there's a level of craziness, right? That is just amazing in this fandom, and that is. If you have not seen Winter Night, let's see what that poll said. So 8% of people said yes. This is so not. The people here, they know what we're talking about as far as watching WOT IDOL live, but the people show up and it's a lot of fun. And as always, we mentioned, we had Kate last year, we had Marcus and Hamed the year before. I don't know. Well, maybe we'll have someone this year too.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, right?
The creator, hopefully.
Yeah. Rosamund Pike.
I was saying like God.
Yeah, I
God
know.
himself will show up. Can't get better than that.
Rosamund Pike.
Yeah, same thing.
Winter Night.
Before we play Winter Night, Filthy Hobbs said, "Is there a system to how videos are paired against each other, or is it randomized?" It is completely and 100% random. And there are times we've randomized it and we've looked at them and get that we can't do this, but we don't change it. We leave it as is.
It's rough. It's rough.
It's totally random. Sometimes it gets rough, but it's random.
I will say one thing we are considering this year is trying to make the brackets not more fair, but to have a little bit more leeway where that's concerned. Not that we're not doing random. We will still be doing random. But, this all depends on how many entries we get. If we get enough entries, there are some fun, creative things we can do with brackets that I think will let people have a little bit more relief and not feel like they're like it's unfair or whatever.
Yeah. So as much as fun we have watching people struggle to vote, we're trying to figure out ways to make it a more fun experience to vote. But yeah, Alex and Jake, Alex Sawyers, Jake Bolger, I'm saying that wrong, I'm pretty sure. One of them should be right. Worked together and made this parody. And if you do not know Alex, in any capacity, the one capacity you may know him as is he was on the actual soundtrack. He's one of the musicians on the soundtrack for season 2 of The Wheel of Time, the actual show. So he was part of the team. I'm forgetting. I know he was on Darkness and Shadows, and at least two other soundtracks. I think he shared that on his social media. So part of the team with Lauren Balfe, and great musician, and again a big fan of the books. So let's.
Wow, that's news to me. I did not know that.
Oh, really?
I missed that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah,
That's super cool.
Alex. Yes. I feel like it was when the show released. He kind of announced that he got to be part of producing some of the music. Yeah. All right.
That's
so,
awesome. Yeah, that's so cool.
Let's see. Winter Night by Alex. If you've never seen this, you're in for a ride.
one's souls to make their way back here, we'd best show them something worth coming back for.
Hello, testing. Is this thing on? Testing, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, Two Rivers? We are the band of the Red Hand, and you should all know this next one by now. Clap your feet and move your hands. Yeah, looking good. Also, come on down to Master Hightail's retirement party next week. We'll be playing there too. Wait, don't touch my brandy. Do you remember the furnace all night of Vienna? Where spring blooms in the night of bonfires, while we go chasing a badger away. Our thoughts are with you. May your soul soon anew hope to see you. If it pleases the light, remember. For you, simple, you know your teeth burn you and your flat shoes and don't piss and bull-headed looks get off. Tell me how the f***ing in the kitchen, man, don't frown. At least you're daring cheating, never mind. There's happy faces everywhere. Hey, don't touch my brandy. That's got me thinking, will we ever find those who went swimming? Guess 90s kill counts not low. I wonder, is it worth it for just a break? Trust the river, last year most of them drowned, gone forever. That's why Tim never found another. Generations were lost in those waves. And now everyone's pissed 'cause the pulsing got deleted. 90s calm, there'll be no one breaks up this season. Parent stays, but bad knows girls better anyway. Last bell time, say do you remember that one time? The 90s switched us tender and left no scars. We sometimes dream of eyes of flame. That face suspicious. He stole my bracelet. You know what they say, no stone strikes on rules today. Let me proud, Dad was gone of wisdom, a warden now. He used to bust to fund his kingdom. Maureen's proud, she had his fingers to promote his page. Ran got done, now his sad boy vibes awaken. Aaron stop. No, you don't have time at all. No. You know what? I need a drink. Very WOT IDOL, everyone. Zanzi Jedi Kothome. Zanzi Jedi Kothome. Zanzi Jedi Kothome.
Mum, Dad, where are the girls?
They were right here, right?
Where are the girls?
That's so
My
good.
neck's so sore now. I'm old. I can't headbang that hard anymore.
I need to grow my hair out before WOT IDOL so we can properly do it.
You guys keep bringing up hair. It's not it's not very fair.
That yes, Alex with Winter Night. Someone I forget. I think it was Lisa Donaldson. He writes, but evil in parentheses. You know, at the end there's just there's so much stuff in there that is very deliberate until you you might not realize it, and then you're like, no, that's definitely there for a reason. And it's so good.
Well, it's just like the books and the show. It was made to be rewatched. You find new things every time. There are little hidden stories. It's amazing.
It's so good, so good. All right, I think we're coming towards the end of our show tonight. I'm glad people showed up here. Entries are open. You know, if you're thinking about a parody, start working. If you've already thought one, now you know you have deadlines in place, so you can actually start working on that. And again, watch this space as well as the social media. Follow at WOT IDOL on Twitter. We have that now as kind of the main place we're gonna be doing official announcements. It'd just be amazing to go through the next few weeks for us back behind the scenes.
We get to see them first.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the perk.
So we'll start at some point. There's going to be we have this many, and start doing almost like a count. I think that'll be awesome. Let me start our raffle for tonight, and so it's exclamation point raffle.
Everyone's asking to close the memory, which I think is a good idea.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So exclamation point raffle in chat, a chance to win a Dusty Wheel mug, and you can put that in there, Yep, I see people doing that. So awesome. If you have won a mug and I have not sent it to you in the last 2-ish months, yes, I know. I will. I think I'm caught up till February. At least I think in my head I am. That's what I'm telling myself. So hopefully in the next couple of months I should get around to sending more mugs out there to everyone who's won. But yeah, put exclamation point raffle in there, and I'm gonna play last year's winner, and have you continue to put that in. Here we go. Is it this one? Right, I think I got it. Not that one. That's that's another one.
That's something different.
That's another one. Yeah, it's this one.
I walked out the door with you. I didn't know that I was leaving myself and all my dreams behind too. And the shepherd boy died along with the sheep that night. I still remember what that boy was like. Oh, what happened to his smile and his wide-eyed gaze? Maybe lost on the road or in the dark along the ways. After battles in the sky and too many scars to name, he's just a memory, those innocent days. And I know he's long gone and I can't be that boy no more. I tried to hold on, but I can't see the light. 'Cause there we are again in the woods that night, child born on a mountainside in snow of red and white. I was scared, you were there. I remember it all too well. Dragon banner on the ground, and your words stuck in my head. You knew long before I did that your friend was dead. A boy in Lord's clothing, I tried to be brave, and we flickered through 1,000 worlds that I failed to save. And I fell from the sky, and I know that I'm falling still. If I run from all this long enough, I'll die when I'm needed to. 'Cause there we are again in those halls of stone. I tried to make her heart beat, but her skin was growing cold. Blood again on my hands, I remember it all too well, yeah. Maybe I got lost in that doorway, maybe I asked for too much. Trying to live through the end of this is a dream I gave up. Crowned with swords, Randall Thor, I remember him all too well. Yeah, you left me in the dark where I broke just like your promise. No lie so cruel is when an ice and die is honest. Then I shattered like ravens on a battlefield, and he remembers it all too well. Time goes by and you're not ready yet. To see who I was is gone, so you're still trying to find him. After nightmares and waking dreams, no longer my own. Now I look for the end and I'm never alone. You think of that boy in those sun-bright days, but I'm a king in sheep's clothing and my mouth's full of names. I can't get rid of them, 'cause I remember them all too well, yeah. 'Cause here we are again, please just let me go. I've climbed this mountain, now we know I'll never come back down. Almost time, let me die, we remember it all too well. I was scared, you were there, I remember it all. Blood again on my hands, he remembers it all. Almost time, let me die, I remember it all too well.
So the trick is to not focus on the the lyrics, right?
The trick is to let Winter Night play immediately after.
That is so true. But yeah, like as soon as like you start, I like started hearing the lyrics. I'm like, no, I'm not. No, the focus on something else. Read chat.
Yeah.
So yeah, no memory. I see so many people. You know, talking about crying and sobbing, and yes, it's just so good. Yeah, it's just amazing. Yeah, thank you both for being here tonight, and
I love being here. It's fun.
You guys are awesome. For having done this for 4 years now. I'm lucky to just be here with the two amazing people, and see how amazing you are behind the scenes now.
It's just such a blast. This is why we do it. This is why we're fans, right? Because The Wheel of Time is more than just a fun story. It has a depth to it and a soul to it that just keeps us coming back.
Connects everyone together, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. So yeah, thank you everyone for showing up. And again, if you have questions about WOT IDOL, we're here to help. There's plenty of people you can find online, but definitely in Discord and such, in the Dusty Wheel. It's going to be hopping now, I'm sure, because people are going to be talking about this more and more. So
spread the word.
Spread the word. Tell your friends and families. Shout it from the rooftops. And
tell random people in the grocery store. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Just be like WOT IDOL. It's on YouTube in July. It'll be there. Yeah. So,
look for it.
Yeah. There's Rosamund Pike. It's funny I'm saying that, as I don't know why I'm joking about that. I shouldn't joke about that. I mean, we had Kate Fleetwood last year, so
it's gonna be a rumor, confirmed rumor tomorrow.
Right,
yeah, maybe we manifest. Maybe if we manifest it, it'll come true.
All right, I was actually gonna.
Rosamund, if you're watching, please.
Yes.
Join us. I'll write another Jack Black parody about you.
There's a lot of Tenacious D ones that that reminds me of what Spoilers did a Tenacious D one 2 years ago. That was amazing.
Yes, and Alyssa Powers last year.
Was it the one in tribute?
Yes, exactly. Yes, there's tribute, and then it's so good. All right, I'm gonna close entries. I was actually gonna end the show without giving the raffle away. I wonder if Matt's ever done that. I'm sure he's done that.
I'm sure he's done that.
Yeah, there's no way he's not. All right, let's pick a winner.
There's a raffle still going on somewhere.
Oh, Sean the Gleeman. Thanks for calling. And congrats. You have won a Dusty Wheel mug that you will receive from me at some point in the future. Reach out to me on Discord. The place I am most the fastest to kind of write back, but on Twitter you can reach out to me to the Dusty Wheel on Twitter, and I'll see that too. And I don't know if I see you in chat there. I know you were here, so hopefully you're still in chat. So congratulations. Let's see. Anything else before we say good night, folks here? I did see
go get some rest.
Yes, I did see Ulver's Ears. Thank you for sending in a tip there, and you said here's to seeding the awards. We didn't talk about that. We will talk about that as we have made no decisions about that.
Closer to the end.
Yeah. So we'll talk about it is a competition, yes, but the specifics of what actually happens, what you actually win, we'll talk about that as we get closer to the actual competition, if we'll announce that if there is something to announce, I guess. But thank you for that. Thank you everyone for being here, and I will see you hopefully next week. I haven't decided anything. I do have a bunch of shows that I want to do in the lead up to WOT IDOL, but time we'll have to figure that out. Thank you again, the two of you, and as we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel, and smash to black.
Welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you, you're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is one
really
of the
well.
biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm not wearing one.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shada Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
This is not just
it's like,
a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
And
elements.
just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guest in here with me, and
probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no,